Hey everybody, it's Ange from Ange RNY. It is July 2nd at 3:52, and I am giving you guys an update because I said that I would on Tuesday after my nutrition appointment. I didn't because I have spent the week thinking about things because I'm a little bit disgruntled and discouraged from my appointment. The appointment itself went well, as did the subsequent social work appointment to finish up my original social work appointment. They both went well. In the nutrition appointment, I guess if you don't already know it and don't already pay attention to it, they just basically were, laying down the different things about how they want you to eat and water intake and paying attention to daily value charts, and they want you to stay under 5% fat and under 5% sugars. When you look at things on a daily value chart, I'm not worried about that because my husband and I already pay attention to a lot of different labels. If it's got a lot of sugar in it, we don't get it. We try and stay away from that. We've done pretty good at clearing the carbohydrates out of our diet when we're eating healthfully. And I say that because for the past 3 weeks to a month, I haven't gained any weight. I'm a little bit, I was 341.2 when they weighed me today, but that was probably because I had breakfast and had, I think, a coffee and a half at my trailer and a bottle of water, and then grabbed another coffee for the drive down to the city to go to my appointment. And yeah, so that stuff adds weight, and I haven't done my business for the day, so yeah, that adds weight too. So anyways, I'm really glad with all the bad things that we have been eating over the last few weeks that I haven't gained even more weight. I guess I've been walking just enough to offset that because we haven't been binging necessarily, but I mean, we've been getting ice creams, and my husband will get a bag of pistachios and I'll get a bag of chips, and bad. I know, again, it doesn't matter so much right now because I'm pre-surgery, but these are things that I want to kick to the curb before surgery, well before surgery, because sorry, cop sitting there, didn't want him to see me talking to somebody and I'm by myself, and decided to pull me over. So anyways, I didn't want to I want to have the habits kicked, I want to have the bad things gone, because I want to be able to go into this surgery feeling good, because I have taken care of the things that have helped to get me to this point. So I'm trying to implement as much of the habits and the things that I will have to do after surgery before. The only one that seems to really stick is taking vitamins and supplements, and I would say drinking water, but I mean, I keep about 2 liters up front with me for while I'm driving, and some nights I will drink 1 liter to 1.5 liters. Once in a while I'll drink the full 2 liters. Some nights I won't drink any of it, or very, very little, maybe 500 mils. So these are things I'm trying to do as per what they talked about in the nutrition class. When I spoke up and said that the nutritionist was very happy. I think she was happy with me anyways, because it was a bunch of people in the class, and there was a few people that knew next to nothing. And in this day and age, how would you not know anything? There's so much information, so much for the brain to absorb. And I understand that people work, and I understand that people are busy in their daily lives. But when you're doing something like this, I would think that you should learn as much about it as possible, so that you are aware of all the different steps that you have to go through and what is going to happen to you, because it gives you a better understanding and makes you better able to use your tool when the time comes. Oh, and hey, I don't get fake nails very often. Like them? It's the color changing polish. This one will turn green. It's clear sparkly right now, but when it goes cold, it'll turn clear green, or it'll go green, with sparkles. And the red one, sorry, I'm not giving you guys the finger. The red one goes to a very dark red. It's actually very nice, and it's got very fine sparkles in it, so I like them. I was feeling that bad, so I decided to go and pamper myself a little bit on Friday, because it, whatever. I don't generally do girly things, but my toes are the same color as the red on my fingers. So yeah, I got my eyebrows done. I think they look smashing. So yeah, but anyways, okay, enough of the girly talk. And I'm not naked. I am wearing a dress. It's a halter dress. Yes, so hopefully I don't put anybody off, because, anyways. So they talked about all the different things that we have to pay attention to after surgery, and that you need to be aware of, I guess, prior to seeing the dietitian. And there's a little packet that they wanted to give us in the nutrition course for us to take when we go to the dietitian. They will actually, if they send you to the dietitian before nutrition for whatever reason, the dietitian will turn you away and make you reschedule the appointment if you do not have this packet from the nutrition class. So, I got that done. I did see my doctor, I think, after I made my last, it was just after I made my last video. When I went in to see her, apparently my spleen is enlarged, as well as my liver. So I have fatty liver, but it's not, I just went to shift, so I'm so used to driving my transport. Yep, the life of a trucker. I have fatty liver, which I've known about since November, but it's something that doesn't seem to concern them over much, because it's not bad enough, I guess, for them to put me on medication for it or whatever, but it's bad enough for them to say, hey, your liver's enlarged and it's fatty, you need to change your diet and lose weight. Okay, in the process of doing all of that, my husband and I, when we go back out on the road, are cleaning our diets right up. We're going to stay away from the ice cream. We're going to stay away from the chips and the pistachios and pizza and burgers and fatty things. And just, we're going to do our best to. My husband wants to as well, because he's a little bit overweight. and he feels that, especially with his arthritis, and his doctor has told him that he needs to drop about 50 or 60 pounds. So he's working on that, and I'm working on me. So, along with the fatty liver, she told me that I had an enlarged spleen. Well, I took it upon myself to look it up because I tend to do that with things of this nature when it comes to either mental or physical ailments, disorders of any kind, so that I can educate myself and so that I am aware. So, enlarged spleen usually comes because of an infection of some type, or cancer, or it can be caused by fatty liver, but it's all the infections and cancers that were listed, and it actually took me going to a second site, Wikipedia. The second site was Wikipedia, for them to have it in the list saying that an enlarged spleen can be caused by fatty liver. I think the first one was the first one that I looked up, and it's usually, this site is usually pretty good and a lot better than, it gives a lot better explanation than it did for this, was WebMD. So Wikipedia said it can be caused from fatty liver as well. When I was talking to the internist today, he did ask me about it, and I said that my doctor is sending me to a gastroenterologist. She wants me to go see them, make sure that, see if they want to do anything about it, put me on medication or some such, do further tests to make sure it's just because of the fatty liver. All the good things that a gastroenterologist does. And I'm sitting here like, okay, but I'm going to be getting this surgery. Is this all necessary? And maybe it is. I don't know that it is. I mean, like, I'm concerned about it, especially about the enlarged spleen, because the spleen controls what is in your blood. It cleans up all the dead or dying blood cells. It helps clean infections out and keeps your blood healthy the way that it should be. And when you have an enlarged spleen, it doesn't work quite as well as it should. So I'm wondering if that's why I felt more tired lately. And weird as this sounds, I feel clicking inside of me on occasion. I actually stopped taking the iron supplements that I was taking because of this, because I would feel it multiple times a day. Now I don't, but I still do get it once every couple of weeks or so. From right over here on my right side, right about where your liver would be. I believe your spleen is on your left side. I could be wrong. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, so I wonder if that could all be part of it. I don't know. It sounds really weird. It's probably just my imagination. So the nutrition class went well, and the reason why I'm disgruntled, and I'm sorry for getting on that other tangent, it's all part and parcel, really. The nutrition class went well. The reason why I'm disgruntled and discouraged is because with my first appointment, it was 4 months from my orientation. Well, now I have to see the psychologist and I have to see the dietitian. The psychologist is 4 months from my nutrition class on October 23rd. The psychologist, yeah, okay, I think I may have said that, I don't know, I can't remember now. Squirrel. Yeah, okay, so the psychologist is on October 23rd. The dietitian is on November 6th. And then after I see them, they will send it to the team, who then sends it to the surgeon. I'm not happy with that. I know the process takes time, and I know that we all have to go through what we have to go through to get to the end game and everything like that. But and again, it's probably my imagination. I feel like I'm in a race against time. I've had some things physically go on with me that I'm not happy with, and I'm worried that I'm going to end up with a heart attack soon or a stroke. Because I've had some internal things happen that are not normal. The doctor doesn't see them, but it's always when I'm out on the road. That, and I have panic attacks. And it's stupid, but when my husband and I go for a shower, for the last year to year and a half, I have had to request the handicap shower because it is the only spacious bathroom that they have at the truck stops. If I don't, I get too overheated, my clothing sticks to me, and I immediately go into a panic attack. And depending on how fast I can get dressed, and it's never fast, not right now. I mean, I couldn't just jump out of bed and get dressed. You know, it takes, you gotta fucking, I don't know, excuse my language, it takes time. When you're this size, you know, you gotta bend and contort in ways that you never used to have to when you didn't have all the weight, and it's just stupid. But if I don't get dressed fast enough, things start sticking to me, and it drives the panic attack higher. And I've only had one where it got so bad that my husband actually finished dressing me and pushed me out the door of the bathroom so that I could go and cool off and catch my breath. I want that to go away. I can't deal with it. That's not me. I'm not. I swear to God, the more weight I put on, the more anxious I become. The more claustrophobic I feel, the more panic attacks I have. It's never been me. I mean, I'm an introvert. I don't socialize well. I find it hard to talk to people. I have trust issues and everything like that. But I've never had anxiety and never dealt with panic attacks and such until I started really putting on weight. So I'm hoping that there is not an underlying mental cause that I don't know about or do not understand. I think it is purely to do with being so unhealthy and so overweight. We will see. And yeah, so I guess I like to talk on video anyways. So yeah, so the second half was my social work appointment. That went well for the most part. She actually said to me that the only concerns that she had was that she felt that my weight loss goals were unrealistic. I don't think they are. I would like to get down to the middle of a healthy BMI for myself. And I know a lot of people don't believe in BMI and don't follow it, but I mean, it doesn't hurt to incorporate it to a degree. I'm certainly not going to live my life by it, but I would like to end up between 135 and 140 pounds. That is my ultimate goal. If I get there, awesome. She felt that this was unrealistic, at which point I just looked at her and I said that's my ultimate goal. That's where I would like to get. Now, if my body says at a certain point that I am done and I stop losing weight and I only reach the goal that the nurse tells me of 191 pounds, then I will be happy, because I won't be as unhealthy as I am now. I won't be so overweight and so encumbered. I will have a lot more range of motion and a lot more flexibility and be able to do things that I can't do now. And I will be happy with it, because I'm not where I'm at now. That's the important thing. I'm going to strive for more. If I don't get it, then I don't get it. If I do, I do. Just something. Period. Something. So, again, my next appointment's psychology on October 23rd, dietitian on November 6th. In the meantime, I am going to be calling the secretary, I guess. Him and I had a bit of a conversation, and he said those were the earliest, and he felt bad that those were the earliest. And he said to me, he's like, call and leave a message. He said, I know that you can't get through very often, whatever. He said, but you can call and leave a message directly for me, and they will give me the message, and I will call you back. And I said, okay. So I'm going to call him once a week and see if there's any cancellations, and see if I can't get the appointments moved up. He did also say to, even if I could go for the appointments right away, that the earliest that they're looking to book for surgery is at the same time, October, November. So, because I had explained to him, like, it's hard. My husband and I don't have an apartment or house. So, I mean, when I get the surgery done, they want me off for a month, for 4 weeks for sure. Depending on how I heal and everything like that, I could go back in the truck sooner. I don't think my husband will let me, though, because he is worried about me being jostled around, you know, in the transport with the surgery. That's going to be a killer. I'm not good at sitting around. I just don't deal with it well. I guess I'm gonna have to, just like everybody else does. It's part of the process. But yeah, so anyways, oh my god, squirrel. I'm sorry guys, I just gapped. Oh, I had explained this to him, and I explained that, you know, during the warm season, the summer months, we from May until October, In Canada, we have Thanksgiving the second Monday in October. The weekend directly following that is the last weekend that our trailer is open. So I explained this to him, and I told him that I was kind of hoping I'd be able to get it done during that. Now, my husband and I want to purchase some land because we're looking at building our own house, or maybe purchase something with a small cabin or something on it already and just add on to it. We're hoping to be able to do this come the fall. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it doesn't, we will be living in the hotel again when we're home. We kind of like to not do that because we kind of like to keep the money in our pockets. But anyway, so yeah. If I get the surgery done in the winter, then we're looking at staying in a hotel for the month. So, I mean, I guess we'll have to work on that when we come to it. That's even if I can get my appointments changed, and then it depends on how soon after I can get my appointments changed the surgery is. I mean, from the way it looks right now, I'm not going to be able to get the surgery done while the trailer park is still open for this season. I mean, I don't know. Things could change. I think I'm definitely ready for it. I mean, you guys are all such a wealth of information, and I love watching all of your videos. I look for new people every day. So, yeah. So, anyways, 27 minutes, okay. So, this is a very long video. Sorry. I shall talk to you guys the next time I have an appointment, whether it be October 23rd or sooner. We'll see. Have a good day, everybody. And happy Independence Day for those of you that are in the States and watch my videos. Bye.